I just want to say before the video starts, I'm sorry that I may be a little bit scattered during this video, but I really wanted to get it out by the end of the week. So sorry about that. There are timestamps though in the description, so please use that if you want. And yeah, enjoy the video. I've been playing with Yanfei for a little bit. This is the highest I can get her. Because, you know, not enough resources. Leveling up Zhongli since I got Zhongli as well. So it's a lot of resources. Anyways, these are her that's not her stats. These are her stats for now. Her crit rate is really on the low side. I didn't see too many crits on my gameplay that I'm gonna show you. It should be fine, right? And a little bit of showcase. Just so you know, her talents are on the low side, only at level 4. For now, she's only at level 4 talents. She can go a lot higher, like a lot higher damage, as you'll see, but she still does a good amount of damage. I do have her at Constellation 1. If you saw my summoning video, I got her at Constellation 1, which is really good, really good. I just want to say, without her Constellation 1, she has some trouble with stamina. So keep that in mind. If you're okay with a stamina, then this character should be really good. For the artifact set, I've been running a Crimson, 4-piece Crimson, right? But there's like 3 sets that I believe is really good on her. So that would be the Lava Walker set, the Wanderer's Troop set, and the Crimson Witch of Flames set. I recommend the Crimson Witch of the Flames for like anybody because it's like really easy to get, and I think it's a little bit more versatile than the Lava Walker set. If you're like running just fully pyro teams, like for example like Yanfei, Bennett, and then like Zhongli or something like that, then I think Lava Walker should be better than the Crimson Witch of the Flames. But if you're doing like vaporized teams with Xingqiu, like I'm doing within the showcase, then Crimson Witch of the Flames should be better because of the 4-piece set where it increases the vaporize. Also with melt as well, but I think Xingqiu works better with her because Xingqiu can kind of keep up with Yanfei's pyro application, so that should be okay. It's a little bit kind of whack, the timings of that. Sometimes Xingqiu's ultimate will override the vaporize, so it's going to be vaporizing instead. So you can't spam charge attacks with Yanfei. You have to do normal attacks. You should be normal attacking a little bit first before going with the charge attack. Because whenever she normal attacks, like Ningguang for an example, she has the same thing where when she normal attacks, she gains these like stacks, right? In this case, it's called Scarlet Seals, and you can get 3, and it reduces your stamina consumption and increases your pyro damage as well with this talent right here. So you would want to be normal attacking like 2 or 3 times, and that should be putting you in line with Xingqiu. As I was testing it with Xingqiu, her ultimate has a lot of energy cost, so you kind of do want some energy recharge on your artifacts if you can, or some at least. As you saw before, I had right here, I'll show you right now, I have 155 energy recharge, which is pretty okay with another pyro character like Bennett on your team. This should be fine if you have at least 150%. I found it okay. For crit rate, I recommend at least 60 to 70% crit rate if you can. 36% for me is way too low, especially with her other talent, this one right here, where if your charge attack deals a crit, you get more pyro damage. It's basically another instance of another charge attack, just not as much damage, right? You kind of want more crit than crit damage, I would say. So aim for 60 to 7%, and then you should be fine. So speaking about her stamina again, if you don't have C1, I do recommend having a shield character, someone like Diona's and Yan or Zhongli, because the stamina is a huge factor without that Constellation 1. So keep that in mind. If you do have Constellation 1 though, you should be fine. Constellation 1 is really good. As you can see right here, it reduces your stamina cost, and it's just really good, really good. Other constellations are okay as well. Not needed, but it's okay. C6 is amazing, obviously, because it gives you another Scarlet Seal, but I'm not too sure, but I believe that it basically minimizes your charge attack stamina consumption. So basically you go almost like nothing for your stamina. So it's really good, really good. Other ones, this one, Constellation 4 is decent, I would say, because you kind of do need a shield, like I said. shields are really good with Yanfei, so it's an okay constellation. And Constellation 2 is okay as well because you can get that crit rate on your charge attack, so you can proc this talent right here as well. Now, as for her weapons, I wouldn't say like it's too difficult to choose her weapons. There's one weapon that I really want to try, but I don't have, and it's called the Wine and Song. I don't know how good it is on Yanfei, but if somebody has it out there and wants to test it, go ahead. I think it would be a good option. But other than that, there isn't really much options because you can go with anything, to be honest. Mappa Mare is pretty good for free-to-plays that got Yanfei. Pretty good. I'm currently using Widsith because it's like the only weapon I have upgraded other than the Blackcliff Agate, which is okay also, as well. I think Blackcliff Agate may be better than Widsith in this case because you want Yanfei to be out on the field more, but who knows. But yeah, if somebody has the Wine and Song, I think that's what it's called, then I recommend trying it out on Yanfei. If not, then it should be fine. But yeah, a quick overview of her artifacts. I recommend Crimson Witch of the Flames because it's the easiest to get and it's more versatile than the others. Wanderer's Troop as an end-all be-all because it's harder to farm and I think it's just better than the Crimson Witch of the Flames. And Lava Walker if you're only running Pyro units and no Vaporize or Melt comps. For her talents, you know, gotta get them all up, but I recommend going for the normal attacks first, and then the ultimate, and then the skill, because her ultimate increases her charge attack bonus for 15 seconds, so that's really, really good. And as for the weapons, I'm not too sure, but I think Wine and Song will be good. Anything with a crit damage main stat should be fine as well. If you have any of the 5-star weapons, then those should be fine as well, especially the one they gave in the test one, which is what, Sacred Winds of the Prayers, or Prayer, whatever that's called, which is pretty good. I would recommend because it also has crit rate on it. And yeah, I think Yanfei is really good, but her stamina consumption is kind of pulling her back. So if you do have Constellation 1, I believe she's great and like you should build her out. Other than that, here's some gameplay that I'm going to show you using Sincho. That's who I recommend going with Yanfei for the Vaporize comps if you're going with the Crimson Witch. So yeah, I'll show you the gameplay.